Welcome back to another day of living in the new house. You catch me once again in me plastering clothes. It is about 9 o'clock tonight. He says inspecting his dodgy plasterwork. But I do want to get on with some plastering because we didn't get on with anything in the way of anything yesterday apart from measuring tiles and doing a few other bits. We have done some Black Friday-ish, because it's not quite Friday shopping though. And we have ordered an oven and a dishwasher, which I'll walk you through a little bit later on, so you're going to want to stay tuned for that. But right about now, I've just been in here while my phone's been on charge doing some prep work. So you remember that last time we did 2 coats on the ceiling, but I didn't do a finishing coat because I realised that it wasn't quite covering all the artex yet, and I'm really glad I did that because you'll see here, look, there's a few spots poking through here, over here as well, so it definitely needed that sort of 3rd coat. So that's exactly what we're going to be getting on with tonight, is getting the 3rd coat on there. I've also now PVA'd this wall as well because I'm intending to do enough material to hopefully just go straight through and carry it on to that wall. I was considering going a bit further, but we've got to finish off doing the hard wall and everything else on these gaps, and it is 9 o'clock. I've also got to go to the site further away for work tomorrow, so I've got to be up early as well, but I do want to get something done. So time for me to shut up and time for us to break out the hawk and trowel. Ceiling done, wall done, learning also done. In the ever-ending game of trying to improve my plastering, we've picked up some new stuff. So first of all, this ceiling is still not perfect, but if you look at it comparatively to the other one when we were on a light over it, you'll notice a lot less ridges and lumps and bumps, and there's still a few like odd divots here and there inside the plaster, which are going to need to be sanded out, but that is definitely much better than whatever we did inside of that roof. So we've taken some learning there. On this wall, I actually tried something different, and that is normally I leave it quite a while before I do the first trowel, you know, make sure it's dried up a bit. What I actually did is I put the plaster on and then went straight on for the first finish trowels, very light to start with, just to help remove some of the material on the wall. And then I got a bit more active in terms of doing the next finishing layers of troweling sooner rather than later, while there was still some material movement in the wall. And in all honesty, I think that is definitely going to help improve the plastering finish, because if you actually look at this, I am actually really pleased. There's the odd nick here and there, but that actually I would class as an acceptable level of finish for an actual plasterer. So admittedly, it was a small wall, I didn't have to rush it much. Even better is when I did the first run on the ceiling and, well, so the final finishing run on the ceiling and the finishing run on the wall. I had very little material left. Second run, not quite so much. I overestimated how much I needed for the wall. But yeah, genuinely, that wall, I'm really pleased with. Which works out well, because if this is going to be the office, so my desk is going to be there, the main thing which is going to be in shot when I'm on my work calls and doing whatever else I'm doing, there's going to be that wall, and at least it's nicely plastered, so very, very happy with that. Now, Black Friday deals bonanza update. Things we have purchased. I mentioned earlier in the vlog that we have purchased an oven. The oven we have purchased is, and sorry editing Ryan, is this one here. We were looking at a couple long curries that were like, I can't remember the names of the brand, but they were cheaper brands. We wanted a range cooker, and I'll explain the situation in there in a second, because it's been a while since we've actually discussed that, probably way back in episode like 10, that we were talking about doing some temporary kitchen rejig until we actually get around to doing the kitchen properly. But that range cooker, unfortunately, the ones we were looking at inside of Curry's were just immediately out of stock on Black Friday. We were ideally looking for ones with glass doors and all of them, just so we can, ogle our food as it's cooking, so you can get all excited for when it's burning or catching fire, because you're yet to see our proper cooking ability that doesn't belong in an air fryer. So yeah, we ended up ordering this one for nearly £1,000 from John Lewis in the end. It looks like a better quality one. It's actually got an air frying feature in it, which seems a bit counterintuitive. I don't fully understand air fryers. I'm pretty sure an air fryer is just a mini oven anyway. So, but it's got some sort of air frying feature. It's got a wok heater on it as well, and it's a much more powerful burner than the other ones we're looking at in the centre. So when we're like searing steaks, sealing meat, that kind of thing for roast, we've got a really powerful burner. Where we were living previously, a flat, they had an electric hob, and you just could not get it up to temperature enough to actually be able to cook a steak properly. Like, if you cooked a steak to well done, then it was still raw in the middle, and you weren't even getting close to medium rare. It just wasn't happening. So very happy with that purchase, minus the cost. Did use some work discount and stuff, so we got it down to about £950 total when we bought that. We've also now bought a slimline dishwasher. Now that one should be arriving on the 4th of December. Not sure on the oven yet, got to wait for a delivery date. Reason for slimline is that we're looking at putting that range cooker inside of here. So all the fuse board and everything that was there is being removed. That's the old one for the shower, that's the old one for the garage. Both of that can be removed pretty much now because we're not using them anyway. Fuse board has now gone underneath the stairs, so all of this space is being freed up, and for the range cooker we're going to bring it out to about here, which will be about 900mm. You'll see there's a tactical mark on there. It's actually a little bit further this way. What we can then do is, well, what we're planning to do is chopping the edge of that countertop just as a temporary fix for the time being. We've got a hole in the wall there for the vent, which you would have seen in the vlog with Shane doing an amazing piece of boring through the wall. Cleanest piece of boring I've ever seen, which was brilliant. So range cooker's going to go there. Then you may be looking at that gap going, slimline dishwasher. Well, how slim is the dishwasher? Well, it's not going to fit in that gap. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to cut these cabinets down from 1000mm down to 800mm, and that'll give us room to then put the slimline dishwasher in there. That's the plan of action. Features on the dishwasher, it's got a half wash cycle, so you can just put stuff in the bottom drawer and it'll only use half the amount of water because it's only spraying on the bottom. Any other fancy features? It's got a 30-minute wash on it, so if you need to get some quick bowls and stuff done ready to go, then you can do. So yeah, it's going to be all stations go when those arrive, and we need to then start talking with Alex to make sure we can plumb those in and get them all plumbed in with gas and water. So yeah, they were the Black Friday purchases. There was one other purchase that did arrive as well, which you will see on top of the cupboard. You'll see storage space is becoming more of an issue. That is CO Bar hot chocolate. For anybody that's been to Europe at any point, they will know that the Italians and sometimes the French have a really thick hot chocolate. It's basically that stuff, and it's elite. So we'll do a taste review of that at some point. I've been craving it, so that was one of the Amazon purchases that arrived today. But yeah, anyway, that was the Black Friday shop. Time Warp Editing Ryan once again back in the house to sign off the vlog for today, because once again I didn't do it on time. I think there's quite a few more of the Ryan doesn't sign off on vlogs on the days coming up, because there was quite a bit of plastering that was done over the last few days. I was finishing at like 1 or 2 in the morning, and not on the top of my brain. I think sleep was on the top of my brain rather than sign off vlog. But anyway, that brings the end of this day's vlog, whatever day it is compared to where I actually am now. This whole time warping thing is messing with my head a little bit, but it brings the end of this day's vlog. So thank you very much for watching, happy hunting, and we'll catch you all in tomorrow's vlog.